Now let's talk about the finance minister. Of course, a few days ago, the presidency came out to say that food prices in Nigeria are now reducing. Well, the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, has come out to counter that claim and says food prices are actually rising. The minister made the statement when she was answering questions on a television program recently. So I'm wondering where the presidency got their own figures, from. If the finance minister has different figures and says that food prices are actually rising. I know the side Nigerians are on. Anyways.
One thing there is this. The two spokesperson, major ones, because there are a lot of spokesperson for the president. The major ones, Femi Adesina and Garuba Shehu. Funny thing is that both of them, they are senior colleagues. But Mr. Garuba Shehu, majorly sometime, he didn't normally, he allow emotions of, I want to defend the president, to say some certain things that are not verifiable. We are in a situation in which when you say something that is not verifiable, ordinary person will check it out and will tell you to your face that, Mister, what you are saying is not right. A simple, even if you are not an economist, and you can sample what is going on in the country, in the market, you will know that a lot of things have changed. Thank God that the Minister of Finance has to come out as a professional. That, in fact, now, this season, this period we have now, the prices of pepper usually go down. That is why you have, because this is a season where a lot of northern tomatoes are coming in seriously. So it's always very, very, but the problem they have, that what is it making it to go higher now, is because now there is increment in pump price. We are talking about 160 naira, 161 naira in some certain extreme part of every state. Some told me that in some certain part of Edo, they bought 183, 185 per liter. So, and they are the one bringing foods. So, bringing all this pepper. So, you don't want them to even gain because they have to still put the expenses on it. So, virtually everything. In fact, there are some certain things that you don't expect to be on the high side. It's coming on the high side. Now, Gary in Lagos now. Because last week, I have to say, they are talking about this food. Let me go and check. And I did not go to ordinary retail market. I go to Ile-Epo market. I'm very, very sure in Lagos here, if you are talking about Ile-Epo market, it's one of the biggest markets that you can get all those food stuff. And I discovered that, forget it. Even in some part of Ogun State, Gari is cheaper than the one in Ile-Epo market. Because they are ready to sell it for 950, 1,000. For the one that you can drink and you can use to make a bar. So you should be able, yes, and that is the problem we're having. So if we have somebody defending government, you can defend the government, but not at what is obvious like this. So thank God, but one thing there is this: Minister of Finance should not just tell us that is right. You should be able to tell us that what is the government that she is part of, what is the government doing. After all, we have a Minister of Agriculture that has told us last year that prices or that food are available. Foods are available. Now, with the flood now, you see what is going to happen in December. We are going to have shortage of food. Because what is happening in Kano, what is happening in Samfara, what is happening in Jigawa and Bauchi, in the area of the flood. And these are the major places where we get food. And don't forget, in part of Edo too, they have some places, Agenibude is home of rice. Now, flood has affected that particular part of Edo. And the same way in Abakaliki. So by the time we now see it, how did you want to have rice that is going, even if it's a local rice, what they are going through to take it to the market is going to still be expensive.
Yeah, I think a house that is divided within itself is bound to crumble. Because I was surprised that two people from the same government is saying different things. That means there's no policy harmonization.
Yeah.
So, because it's wrong for a government official to say something that is outside what the policy statement says, that, put me off as per what is happening. And apart from the flood, let me talk about the major problem we have. The food basket of this nation is the North Central.
Yes.
As of today, North Central are now a deserted place because of herdsmen. So Nigerians will prefer to feed cows more than human beings. So now everywhere is displaced, IDPs are there. So that particular place now, and that is the place that we have much of our food. You know, even in my area, my village, now, women cannot go to farm because of fear of being kidnapped or being raped. So this is the fundamental problem we're having right now that need to be challenged and need to be changed. Yeah, because the issue of fuel transportation system we know is already moribund, is known, it's a known fact. You see, I just want to talk about our leaders. I don't know what our leaders think about life. You know, let me just give an instance. You know, we talk about, you know, before we have 4 regions. United Emirates has 7 regions, which they said is Emirates. And Dubai is the capital. Yes. Dubai is just one of the regions, just like what we have before when East, West, and North, they were all competing. You know, everybody has a comparative advantage based on what they can produce. Dubai today is a hub. Why? Because a person came out and said, I want to make my city #1. And when they were asking me a question, #1 in your region, he said, no, in the whole world. That is thinking. And they were asking him, why are you in a hurry? Why don't you do it in 20 years? He said, no, my people. That's the word. Quote, my people. I want my people to be happy. And in based on 3 phenomena: education, health, and housing. Today we have 138 skyscrapers in Dubai.
Yes.
917 high-rising buildings. As of 1990, Dubai has only one, and the World Trade Organization. That's the only thing they have.
Yes.
Between 1990 and now, look at the transformation of what a leader who sees the future, who think about the people. Remember, I'm talking about the people. What do Dubai have? 3 S: sun, sea, and sand. That is what they have. They have oil, but oil is just 5%. That's 5% of their GDP. What am I saying? Everything about here is oil. Oil price is 40 now. Oil price is 30. As if we don't think outside oil. Is it oil that we will live and die on? As last year, a 23-year boy in Dubai was appointed the coordinator of intellectual ICT intellectuals, yeah. 23-year guy. Today, Dubai land is twice that of Disney World. Twice. Yeah. You look at the whole of this thing, you say, what is wrong with us? You know what we used to pride ourselves? When we borrow money, we come out to the open, we are borrowing money. That is our achievement. When we go to West Africa and we borrow wheat, we come out, that's our achievement, that we have achieved anything. When we come here and build this Bolekaja, I call it Bolekaja train, and we come out to the world and celebrate it, go and see modern trains.
How it runs.
What is wrong with us? People are suffering and people are not thinking. This is not a modern age of where you rely on whatever your coal is dying. South Africa is using it to produce whatever they want to produce. Yes. So what happened? The electricity we are crying now. The foreign companies that's mining oil give the mandate that our gases that are flaying, it should be converted to electricity. Give the mandate and see whether they can do it. So everything in this country, sometimes I just keep. If Dubai for just the Dubai Mall is the largest, 1,200 stores. The largest. I don't need to talk about the airport. That is the hub. This is somebody that think. The airport is now the hub for all the Asian region.
It's a major market for them.
What do they have that we don't have? Our leaders are just, I don't know. Sometimes I keep asking myself, where are they carrying this money to? Because at the end of it, we die and leave this money. But the issue is that what impact are you impacting your generation or the people you're serving? Let me tell my leaders now. Look, you're there is not because you're better than anybody. Even the person at the street, you're not better than person. You see, this when I was coming, I nearly cried. You know why I nearly cried? I saw one elderly woman carrying a mineral, but walking. I was shedding tears. I saw children hawking. This is not their making, but because leaders just put their tinted glasses and then we move ahead. So what I'm just saying that our leaders should understand that they are just stewardship. They are stewardshiping our resources. They should have mercy on us.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Maduka. I had to listen to the whole episode there. All right, Mike from Ahmadiyya here in Lagos says sliced bread is now 350 naira. From 250 to 300, now 350 in this pandemic. It is very, very painful. That's what Mike said.